Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New England Patriots.
Evan McPherson sets a kickoff.
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
To throw right away is Shuck. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. 2nd down and long. To throw now, Shuck. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And complete to Smith-Njigba. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jackson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Caught on the left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
You look at this Patriots defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Jackson.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out in the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet. And they're able.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bijan Robinson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Patriots nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there on the catch and run. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing, Shuck.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The Patriots are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air once more. Shuck. And this one's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here's Shuck.
Caught right side, Davis. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Shuck again.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
For the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
A gain of
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Jackson.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Panthers first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Jackson.
He was caught with Sean Bateman.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
First down. Hey, move. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Looking left side, and he's got it in. That's Robinson. Touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Shuck.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Shuck now to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
That's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To the air again, here's Shuck. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Now Shuck. These guys running back out of the backfield.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jackson. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Carolina! Bijan Robinson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Evan
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Panthers 21, Patriots 6. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw now, Shuck. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. That's to his running back, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
First down. Ready. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Shuck. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, break. Let's go.
Up the middle to Davis. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be caught by Rice.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This one caught by Davis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Another Patriots first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Cut my teams.
From the gun, Shuck. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Shuck looking to throw once more. He'll try and do this himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
From the gun, Shuck. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So
just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
He's into space past the 15. He's got a full head of steam.
Touchdown,
Josh Downs.
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The first down as they begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Buffalo 18, trap 60, trap 6, Panther 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing, shot. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. The Panther touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they're thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.